Starting again. So we are learning about how to comment a set of lines. If you want to comment any one line, we have to use the double slash. If you want to comment a set of lines, we are using the slash and asterisk, and the starting point where we want to start and the ending point also you should use. And if you want to remove that, just remove that two digits like this, so that it will uncommented again. Okay. And if you are creating any variable, right, always use the small letter. Suppose I want to create a variable student, so always use the small letters. Don't use like a capital letters, or you have to start with the number. So don't to create like with this. Okay, just use small letters, and a camel just follows the case sensitive like camel case follow. That will be great. And don't create a variable with a variable like keyword itself. I want to create a variable with the name let, so don't do like that. Just create a unique variable. Like don't use the keywords when you are creating any variable. Okay. And that is the syntax and comments we already learned. Single line comment, multi-line comment. Okay. Next we will learn about uh, variables. So what are the variables in JavaScript? So there are 3 to 4 ways to declare the variable. So we will learn about this variables. So we learned about it already. So we already learned about the variable var, right? Like this var, we have another two types of variable type also to declare any JavaScript variable. So one is a var, okay. Next is a let, and another one is a constant. So these are the three types to declare any variable. So if you are declaring the variables with the var, right? Okay. So these are, you can say like exact definition for the variable is nothing but this one. Variables is to, it is act as a containers for storing the data. To storing the data, we can create these variables. So suppose I have the x value with the 10, or else I want to store some string with this value. That time we can go with any of this. And JavaScript will take the dynamical type. So if you are giving the variable x equal 10, it will take the type as x as number. If you are giving str equal to, means you can take any variable, and you can, if you can get like you are not giving anything like this is a number, this is a string. So dynamically it will take. Okay. And so this is a where means it is a function scoped variable. So how to create a function? First we will know, then we will create variables within the function. Function scope. Var means it is a function scoped variable, and we will be declared with the var keyword. Var means variable var. Okay, and we can also use the let. So suppose you want a block scoped variable or a local scope, then you can go with the let. So which cases we have to use? Suppose I have some if condition something, okay, and inside the if only I want to create some variable, and I don't want to access the text variable outside of the if. Okay, I just want to use it inside that if only. So that time, so block scope means what? So we are here, we are opening the curly brace, and here we are closing the curly brace. So within that scope only that variable will be existed. If you are trying to access after this closing tag, right, closing brace, if you're trying to access the x, right, it won't be possible because it is a block scoped variable. So according to the situation, if you want a block scoped variable or if you want a function scoped variable, you can decide and you can use. Suppose if you want a variable that you have to be used outside or inside anywhere, so that time you can create the variable with a variable a equal 10, and you can access this variable anywhere, like outside of the if, inside the if, or outside the block as well. So if you want a block scoped, then only you can use this let keyword. Okay, that is the let. And what is a constant? So constant means, as the name suggests, it must be unique. Must be unique. Suppose you can say like some pi value is there, constant pi means pi also, you know, right? 3.14 or something will be, it should be that only exactly, and it should not be changed. It should be unique, fixed, and it should not be changed by other things. So that time you can create a constant variable with the constant keyword, and you can give the variable name, and you can assign the value. If you are declaring anything with a constant, right, if you try to access that, like if you want to reassign the value with any other, right, suppose I want to make like 5.13 like that, it won't accept. If you are once declared with a constant, then you should not reassign the value again. So that is the purpose of constant. It must be unique and cannot be changed. Okay, but if it is like variable, then it will be fine, like that reassign or declare not be possible. But if you are having the object or array, right, so that time you can change the properties or methods with a particular method, that we will learn it later. Okay, first we will learn about what are the type of the variables. Okay, and we not only declare the variables with this var, let, or constant, we can also declare a variable without this as well, like a equal 10, like this. So if you are not giving any type here, like var, let, or constant, it can be considered as a like global variable. We can use it anywhere we want. So these are the ways we have to declare a variable, and it is easy. It is like other of Java, like Java and .NET, who already learned about that. JavaScript will be very easy. Okay, and we let know like deep into these variables. Okay, we'll create a function. So how to create a function, first we will see, then we will declare the variables. Okay, here if you want to create any function, right, you need to use the function keyword, function. And suppose I want to add some two numbers, add, and insert that I want to read, like I want to do sum of that numbers, and I want to return. So here you should pass that parameters like x comma y, and I want to return x plus y, or else you can take variable z equal to x plus y, and now you can return the value, return z, and now you have to call this method. Okay, so in, you can call like this, add 1 comma 2. Okay, so suppose I want to console log this value, then you have to use the console dot sum sum of sum of these two numbers two numbers, comma, and the method you need to call. If you want to call a method, the function name should copy, and what are the parameters we are passing when you are declaring any function, right, you should uh, add that much variables. If you are passing one or you are passing nothing, then it will throw the error. Okay, just to close this console open method. Okay, save it, and now you can run. First use, yeah, you can see here, right, sum of these two numbers 3. So like this. And also if you want to try out something, just add 1 comma 2, right, here you can add 1 comma 2 3 with the negative values, how it is coming. If you want to check in the console, do like this. Okay, if you want to pass any single one, then it throw the not a number. Okay, if you are not passing anything, how it is coming. So like this, try with the different values, and we get to know like how it is returning. Okay, try with the positive and negative only, then only you can understanding. Okay, and we learn about the scope actually. So here in the function we are creating the variable, right? So here I'll do the console log here. Okay, so console dot log inside the function z value. Okay, here you can have this z. Sorry, here you can give the z, okay, and copy it, and you can have this value outside of it, outside 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 the function get value. So both we have, okay, save it. Now we will run. So you can see the jet what it is giving here, the error, uncaught reference error, jet is not defined, because this this jet is defined inside the function, and this jet can't accessible outside of it. That's why I'm saying that variable is a function scoped. It can't use this variable outside of it. Okay, if you want a global scope variable, just define the jet over here. Okay, or else you can have remove this var keyword. We'll see. Jet is not defined. So here it is even just if you want to have the global scope, give the variable z over here, but we are calculating and assigning the value over here, right? That's why it is coming like this. Okay, you can give this z and try it out once. Sum of the two numbers is inside outside the function get value undefined. So we are doing this addition inside this function only, right? That's why it is giving. So why it is giving undefined here? Outside the function get value, outside the function get value undefined. So if we are declaring the value and we are not assigning any value here, because outside of the function we are not assigning any value. Okay, if you are assigning some value, then the value will be occurred here. See here, you can give z equal to 1. Okay, why what it will come inside and outside, we'll see. See, outside the function z value is 1. Inside the function z value is 3. Why outside the function z value is 1? Because here we have declared the variable value as 1. So as it is like function scope to variable, if you are defining anything inside the function, so that value will reflect here only. But if you are trying to access the z which is not there outside of it, so it will check first, it will, is it available outside the function here or here. So here it is available. What is the z value? It is 1. It won't take from this. Okay, this will applicable inside the function only. So that's why I'm telling this var is a function scope to variable. Okay, now we will learn about the let. Okay, suppose I have some function, if true something, or else we are having the z value, right? If z is greater than 0, which is a true, greater than 0, I'm defining variable let a equal to 10. Okay, console.log, this is a let variable. Okay, and the value a. Okay, variable a equal to, I'm giving as it is a string. Now I'm trying to access this outside of the block means nothing but this curly braces. Okay, this is a let value, and we will comment this as of now. This variable, we are clear, right? Variable is a function scoped, we can't use outside of it, that is clear. And what is a let? Let is means a block scoped variable. If we are using anything inside the block, we can't access outside of it. So this is a let variable. This is outside, you can give outside. This is inside. This is inside. This is outside. This is outside. This is a let variable a. So we'll try to access that. Okay. Now you can see inside this is a let variable a is 10. Outside this is a let variable 10. So a value, okay, here it is defined, that's why it is coming. Remove this a value from the top. Now try to access. See, you can see uncaught reference error, A is not defined. And you can check where is the line number we got the error. In the JavaScript 10, line number 10. Okay, this is a number value, and here you can see uncaught reference error, A is not defined. Why? Okay, okay, I will remove the unused code. So here we are accessing the A variable and we haven't defined anything, right? That's why it is showing this error. First, I will comment this here too. A is not defined, so line number is 25. So at the line number 25, we are getting this error. Why? Because let is defined the if and we are trying to access outside of it. So that's why it is throwing the error. So what is the error? Reference error, A is not defined because we have defined the variable inside it. And if you want to check the functionality of JavaScript by comments, or if you want to add the breakpoints, right? So inside this, beside this console, we'll be having the sources. So by clicking the sources tab, you can see what are all the JavaScript files we have. Just to click on it, you can see the JavaScript functionality we have added. Everything it will be shown. Okay. So how JavaScript will execute, if you want to check, right? So we can check it out. So uh, first we are clear with the let, right? So let is a block scoped variable, var is a function scoped variable. This variable z equal to 1. So var equal to so I'll remove this z. Okay, so var is a function scoped variable. So if you are using if, right? So I think you have some got doubt. So what is the difference between the var and let? This is a block scope, this is a block. So you can clear like this. So even though inside the if or any blocks as well, this z will work. So here we'll be checking if true something. I'm checking the condition. If true, here console.log var keyword with z inside if the value 5 నిమిషాలు కోర్స్ పెడతాను. So here var keyword with inside the value z. So inside the block also it will be usable. So here if z equal greater than 0. So here we have removed the z keyword, right? So or else true will make it. Don't get confused. Just focus on variable let constant. That's it. Okay. Now you can see the console. Uncaught reference error, A is not defined. What is the line number? Line number 27. So line number 27. What is there? Line number 27. Oh, here A variable. Actually, I have commented those lines. I forgot to comment this as well. Let's see. If one error also, entire thing won't work. Inside this is a let variable A equal to 10. So here you can see inside this is a let variable A equal 10. And here we are not calling this function, just we have defined. If you want to call, just call this add, just call with the two values 1 comma 2. See, like this. Inside this is a let variable A equal to 10, where it is here. Okay, it is fine. It's a block scoped variable. So why it is calling first, why it is calling second? So actually function definition, it will keep it in one memory. Okay, once we call, then only it will go and it will invoke the function. Until it won't be called. If you are defining the function, if you are not calling at all, that is no use of that function, right? You need to must call. Okay, then only it will work. And this is the condition. If true, so how it will execute, we'll see once. Okay, see in the sources, I will apply the comments here, sorry, breakpoints here for this. Okay, and here and here. So which one will call first? Just click on it. This breakpoints will be added. Now refresh it. So you can see what is the first one it will be calling. So this is the function definition from here to here. So it will keep aside in the memory. Now if condition was started, inside the if we are declaring the variable, so it will create a memory for that a and it will assign that value. Next what will happen if you want to check? Just next thing. Okay, the next it will go to the more next line and a value is 10 and it goes to the next line. So what is there? Add 1 comma 2. So then when we are calling, the function will invoke. So it goes to that function definition and it will execute line by line. So variable z equal to x comma x plus y. So whatever the parameters we are passed, x value 1, y as 2. So what is the z value over here? So x is the 1 and y value will be 2. If you go to the next line, then you can see the z value as 3. You can see here z equal to 3. Then console.log inside the function z value. Next, if true, so inside this and inside this, and here you have to return the z value. Now the function call was done. Now it is done. So like that we can check. Okay, this is the way we have to call the function. I think you are okay with that. Now if you want to pass the debugger, then click here, then it will stop. So this is the way we have to do. Okay, I'm done with the class. If you have any doubts, you can call me, you can ask me, or else we can end the session. Okay, thank you all.